Hello, I'm Simon Christie and welcome to 4-Wheel Drive TV. This week we've got some fantastic hot, dirty and dusty action from Queensland and plenty more. This is 4-Wheel Drive TV, let's get into it. Tread lightly, keep it safe, play hard. This week's feature motorsport event sees us up north around 4 hours northwest of Brisbane for a tough, dirty and dusty shootout that featured rock crawlers, tough trucks, winch trucks and rock races. Shane Gerrish, our Queensland correspondent, was on hand to capture the dynamic action for 4-Wheel Drive TV, as well as recording the event in stills for Dirt Comp magazine. Held last October, this event attracted a selection of Queensland's toughest off-road and extreme competitors for a weekend of heat, hills, rocks and more. The all-terrain style courses saw competitors experiencing a diversity of challenges that were split across super long special stages and incorporated speed sections, hill climbs, winching, rock crawling and plenty more. Superior Engineering was again a major sponsor of this event, providing a variety of support both before and during the weekend. Without this sort of continued support, events like this just couldn't run. And it's fair to say that Superior Engineering has supported far more Aussie and Queensland events in the past 10 years than any other. Stay tuned to this episode for more tough rock crunching action from this extreme 4x4 event in Queensland. Well guys, here we are in the beautiful Australian bush. It's morning time, there's been a little bit of rain around and like always, the wife wants a cup of tea. We need hot boiling water. Well, check this out. This is what we call a storm kettle. Now they've been around for years, but there's a push bringing them back into Australia and they're proving to be very, very popular. Today, I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to boil some water with the storm kettle. This unit's fairly basic. You've got the kettle here and we've got our fire pit here. So it's quite a safe device to use. A little bit of dry fuel in there that I've pre-collected. We've got some nice twigs broken up. Now we don't want too much in there to get started, just enough to get a fire going. Some quite light kindling. Get it in there. And you don't need these long burn matches, just a normal match and a little bit of paper in there to help will go. All right, we're starting to get a nice little fire going there, so it's time to get the kettle on. Now the kettle simply slips over the top there, and the center of the kettle itself forms the chimney. So we can simply drop our combustible material straight down the center here. Now the kettle itself is a double skinned aluminium material, and the water simply sits all around the outside of the fire that we're building. Now that's taken almost an entire 600 ml bottle, so definitely half a litre stored in there. I'm quite surprised how much you can fit in. We've got a couple of ports for breathing down the bottom here. You can hear that fire crackling away. It's getting quite a draft through there and creating quite some heat. Now because you get the flame so close to the water itself, it actually boils quite quickly. We'll get the cork in to help build pressure, build temperature. Now I don't know if you can see that on camera, but now that that wood has dried out a bit, we've got flames shooting at the top of the storm kettle. It really is cooking. Quite a nice little source of heat on cold mornings as well. All right, certainly one way of knowing that she's ready is the cork has popped out. The water is boiling away nicely. I've got the wife's cuppa here. Let's get that cork out. Definitely boiling water, have a look at that. Half a litre of boiling hot water first thing in the morning. A nice contained fire and a great little handle on the storm kettle here. What a fantastic product. Hopefully the wife's happy now.
Holden's toughest 4x4 ever has arrived. Introducing the all-new Holden Colorado 7. It comes with 7 seats as standard and it's loaded with serious off-road grunt. You'll get 3-ton towing and the awesome 470 Newton-metre Duramax diesel engine, plus an impressive wading depth and hill descent control, all for the hardcore adventurer. The all-new Holden Colorado 7 is here. Take it off-road at your Holden dealer today.
Finally, the driving light you've always wanted is here, boasting a class-leading freeform reflector and a super tough polycarbonate lens and ABS housing. The all-new Nava Ultimate 225 is a revolutionary driving light, available in halogen, halogen blue and HID, in both spread and pencil beams, and supplied complete with a plug-and-play wiring harness and polycarbonate lens protectors. These Aussie Outback Tough Lights outshine the competition. Visit nava.com.au for more information and make the switch to the brightest lights in town.
Total recovery and extraction device, Tread. Whether it's sand, mud, snow, rocks or any tough terrain, Tread is the ultimate all-in-one recovery device. Designed and manufactured in Australia for rugged performance, Tread will let you explore with confidence. Available in a variety of colours and 2 easy-to-use sizes, Tread is the true Aussie traction board you've been waiting for. For more information, visit meanmother.com.au. Today we're west of Melbourne at 4x4 Obsession. We're going to check out what happens on a day-to-day basis at your average suburban four-wheel drive shop. Brett, the owner, has recently moved to this brand new massive premises. Let's check out inside. Before we even get inside, the fun starts right here in the car park. Here's my vehicle, the 40. It's awesome. It's in here for dyno tuning and some mechanical issues before we get final engineering done on the steering and suspension. This massive 80 series Land Cruiser here has had a 5.7 litre V8 installed, it's had a ute chop and plenty of custom accessories added. Well, the guys at 4x4 Obsession don't care what type of vehicles they work on, they've even got a Jeep here. In for a service and tune-up, the work's getting done. This current shape GU Patrol is in for a clutch replacement. It's important to use good quality components. It is a tricky job with the dual mass clutch the Nissans run. They've got projects of all make and size, like this tough little Zook. This older shape GU Patrol came in with a bent front diff. Somebody's been having a bit too much fun. But the whole unit has now been replaced. It's almost back together and ready to go. Over here, we've got the brand new 4-wheel dyno, which can even take full-size trucks. The guys here are tuning and repowering this massive 80 series. They reckon when it's done, they'll get 190 kilowatts on the dyno. Absolutely awesome. This ridiculously massive SR5 is in for a motor conversion. They're dropping a 5-litre V8 into this monster. Another massive conversion, this GU Patrol is in for a 6-litre LS2 conversion. Fantastic, and it seems to be very popular down here at 4x4 Obsession. Another old style GU Patrol. This one's in for a full front end bearing and seals rebuild. It all happens here at 4x4 Obsession. Even Junior's got himself a steel splinter. Check out the action with the tweezers there. This old farmer's Hilux has just received a fresh lease on life, a 5-litre injected. The thing will roar across those paddocks. And man, have they got some tyres here. Federal Caragias, Mickey Thompson MTZs, more Mickey Thompsons, another Mickey Thompson, another Mickey Thompson, an old style Mickey Thompson Claw, Mickey Thompson MTZs, and the huge Mickey Thompson TTC. Tyres everywhere. Now, who doesn't want more cubic inches? A 5-litre injected or a 6-litre injected? Of course, GMH Motors. You never know who you'll bump into in these places. Oh, g'day, Alan. Oh, Mickey Thompsons. Well, there's certainly plenty going on down here at 4x4 Obsession in Melton, just west of Melbourne. Now, if you're looking for a 4-wheel drive shop, get to know your local 4-wheel drive shop owner. Make sure they supply quality products and they've got a warranty and customer service to back it up. Make sure they listen to what your needs are and they can supply you with exactly what you need. Guys, thanks for watching and I hope you've enjoyed our tour of 4x4 Obsession. We're back on the rocks for more extreme 4x4 action from Queensland. Unforgiving natural terrain within these ranges northwest of Brisbane form the backbone of this crossover endurance, winching, rock crawling and speed event. Man and machine were all certainly tested as the teams went at it under the hot Queensland October sun. What a weekend it was. Two classes with slight track variations were welcome to this event. Class 1 saw both winch and tough trucks scrambling for traction, whilst Class 2 was represented by rock crawlers and the newer rock racers. The wide diversity of challenges made it tough for each team, but the massive, steep and rocky climbs certainly seemed to favour the lower slung and lighter rock buggies. As usual though, mechanical issues and reliability were a question for most under such extreme conditions. One thing I love about my Mean Mother winch is it works first go every single time. Today I've got a couple of quick winch tips for you, something that we don't normally touch on. First of all, we take a lot of photos of our Colorado. It's seen on Facebook, it's seen on the TV shows, and a lot of people comment on where we've got our winch rope. Down here under the vehicle. Doesn't it get damaged when you go off-road? Well, that's a very good question. Now, for driving around town, it's critical in the months, the weeks when you're not using your four-wheel drive that you keep the winch rope tensioned on the drum. So keeping it tucked away down there to a recovery point with tension on it is the best way to store it. But when we go four-wheel driving, two things. We need easy access to it and we need to get it up higher where it's protected and it cannot be damaged from rocks or debris hitting down low under the vehicle. So there are two things you can do to solve that problem. The first one is, with our extra aerial point up here on the ARB bull bar, you can put a long D-shackle through that and mount the winch cable up nice and high. Now when you're forward driving off-road, if you do get into any trouble, you might have mud up over the winch there. You can actually grab that hook nice and easily, nice and safely. You've got great access to it and you can start your recovery. But if you're travelling on gazetted roads, forward driving in state forest or national parks where you cannot cover your number plate, another great place we can store it short term is just on these slots here, the high mount slots on your ARB bull bar. Now you don't want a lot of tension on it, just enough to hold it in place. Now that there is far more accessible. It is certainly away from being under the vehicle where it could be possibly damaged, and you're in a much better position to go forward driving. My second winching tip today is when you've got high quality gear like this Mean Mother winch, you need to maintain it. Not that there's a problem with the winch or the quality of it, in fact it's more so ensuring that your winch will keep working at 100% efficiency every time you want to use it. Now to do that, how do you maintain a winch? It's quite simple. Once a week, once a fortnight, run your winch cable out a few metres, run it back in, and that's all you need to do. The best way to maintain your winch is to actually use it. Now one last tip before you head off. Remember, when it's handling any recovery gear during a real recovery, always use gloves. Thanks for watching.
The next generation of shock absorbers is here. Leading the way in 4x4 suspension development, Old Man Emu introduces the most advanced and finely tuned shock absorber on the market. Nitro Charger Sport incorporates a new valving system that instantly adapts to all terrain for an outstanding smooth ride and phenomenal control. Backed by a 3-year, 60,000 kilometre warranty, you can trust Nitro Charger Sport, built in Australia for Australian conditions.
Do you need more from your four-wheel drive suspension? Designed for Aussie conditions, Superior Engineering has a suspension solution to suit any four-wheel drive. Mix and match from the widest range of specialty suspension components or opt for the latest in spring and dampening technologies. Throw in the widest range of 4x4 suspension accessories and Superior Engineering is your complete 4x4 and suspension specialist. Superior Engineering, it's engineered to be superior. For more information, visit superiorengineering.com.au. Warning, water in fuel is one of the biggest killers of diesel engines, but there is now a unique alarm system available that lets you know when there are dangerous water levels in your fuel system. WaterWatch is a simple and effective fuel alarm that offers LED and audible warning signals. Easily fitted, WaterWatch is inexpensive insurance for your vehicle. Avoid huge repair costs, ensure your motor runs clean, and be warned of any water issues with the innovative WaterWatch. For more information, visit wateranddiesel.com.au.
Hi, my name's John and this is Liz, and this is our 1998 Kia Sportage. We've come all the way from South Australia to Victoria. This is Oscar, our dog, and we left last night at 10 o'clock and we've made it here for 1 o'clock, and it was a very long drive.
Dog in the back with us, it was quite a trip.
It's got 30s awning, 4B Fun suspension kit, turbo kit, 2.5-inch exhaust, Microtech ECU, Evo 440cc injectors. It's got Hilux diffs front and rear, a solid axle conversion, 5.71 diff gears, an Exedi heavy duty clutch, dual battery system, which I
hooked up myself. We like to use it at Love Day, border track, we do that a couple of times. I'd love to fit 35s and I'm going through the process of figuring out how to do that. I think we'll just move the diff forward and cut the guards a bit and cut the bumper and put a winch in. Our next trip is going to be January, long weekend. It's going to be to Robe. We're going to do that with the Southern 4x4 Club. We love to get out.
Details on how to win a place in the Your Rig weekly competition can be found on the 4 Drive TV Facebook page. And each successful entrant wins an electric blue span set snatch strap, a Nava adder circuit double fuse holder, a Nava power cup and a Nava cigarette lighter extension lead, an Oricom handheld UHF kit including 2 2-watt UHFs, a Mean Mother mug, a Mean Mother snatch strap bag, a Mean Mother umbrella and a Mean Mother stubby holder. A pair of smart scissors and an AnySharp knife sharpener from our good friends at Keeslar. An add-on Donaldson diesel fuel filter kit including chassis mount. A U-Fix-It windscreen repair kit. A Superior Engineering cap and stubby holder. A Berrima diesel cap. An ARB Penrith stubby holder. A litre of emergency gear oil from 360 Gearboxes. A cap from 360 Gearboxes. A copy of 4x4 Australia magazine. A copy of Dirt Comp magazine and a Dirt Comp calendar. A copy of Wild Deer and Hunting Adventures magazine, a copy of Blitz Martial Arts magazine, 2 4 Drive TV medium stickers to add to your rig, 2 stubbies of Bundaberg ginger beer, an ARB Air Locker t-shirt, an ARB jacket, an ARB pair of socks, an ARB cap and an ARB Old Man Emu jacket. And it's all neatly wrapped up in an ARB cargo gear carry bag.
I'd like to thank Simon and Miranda and all the sponsors. It's been a very good day.
And we'll have to make the trip out to Melbourne again.
As we finish up our coverage of the highlights of this gruelling Queensland event, I would again like to thank Superior Engineering for their continued support of 4x4 events not only across Queensland but also the rest of the country. Not only does Superior Engineering sponsor these events, but they also use them to compete and develop products. It's an ideal relationship. I'd also like to thank Shane Gerish, who volunteers countless hours, days, weekends and more in support of the South East Queensland 4x4 scene and 4-wheel drive TV. Shane has now been filming for us for close to 8 years and we can't wait to see what he has in store for us next. Well, that's it for this week's 4x4 motorsport coverage on 4-wheel drive TV. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have, and thanks to all these crazy Queensland competitors.
Right, Alan Johnson here from Piranha. Today I am very, very proud to announce that this car is no longer a virgin. This is a brand new vehicle for Piranha, a brand new vehicle for me. First time it's ever been tried out in an actual event. although it looks like a Suzuki, if you notice carefully, you'll see up here it says Suzaru. What could that mean? Well, I'll tell you what it means. It's actually got the heart of a Holden Jackaroo in it. It's got a Jackaroo quad cam V6, automatic transmission. It's got Suzuki body, an actual original Suzuki chassis which has been modified, a Vitara body. So it's a bit of a Frankenstein car. The car's taken 5 years to build. It's been in the hands of a very good friend of mine, John Bidwell, who's done a great job helping me with it. A heap of work from Piranha and all my staff building it. And I'd have to say today, I've done a really good job of looking after it, because apart from a bent rim and a bit of damage down the side, that's all the damage we've done to it. The car has performed really, really flawlessly, and I've got to say thank you to all the people involved, because it's been an absolute delight to drive the thing. Michael's been with me and he's impressed with it as well. Now, I'd have to say, building a car like this is not something you take on lightly, and it comes after building lots of cars myself. I decided to employ a bit of help to build this beast. And it's been really, really worthwhile, because it's just such a fun thing to have a car that actually hasn't broken and has done virtually everything I've asked of it. We've done some rip-roarer stages that would have probably annihilated some of my earlier vehicles, so thank you to all the people who helped. The other thing that makes this car very important is this thing on the front here, this winch. This is actually a high mount winch. It's got twin motors on it. So instead of the normal 2.5 horsepower motor you expect from a normal winch, we've got about 16 horsepower running through it. So a lot of power to pull the thing through. The winching has been sensational. Now, this whole event is basically a winching event, except for tonight. Tonight there's going to be a mud challenge on, which is in the stadium. So this event has been going on since Friday night. It's been running Friday night, finished about 1:30 last night. Started at 7:30 this morning for breakfast and driver briefing. It's going to go right through tonight and all day tomorrow. And these events are just amazingly good fun. There's all different classes of cars, all different sorts of people turning up. Walking around the car park is like the best that you could possibly imagine. Some of these cars are worth $100,000 plus. So guys, this is awesome. Have a look around, check it out for yourself and see it. It's great.
Well, viewers, thank you for tuning in. Now remember, make sure you're watching next week. We've got a great episode featuring more tough winch truck action from Queensland. Don't miss it. Tread lightly, keep it safe, play hard. I'll see you next week.